And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. No gain on the play there. Second down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. Trying to lay one up deep. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? I might get radio silence back.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. William Hayes in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
4 down.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw is Rivers, and the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Cameron Wake, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification. So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. To throw is Tannehill. That's complete right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now Tannehill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Marquise Gray, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on fourth down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on fourth down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Parker, the intended target.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
4 down.
Throwing here, Rivers. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Rivers sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Anthony Lynn says now's the time. His guy's going on 4th down. Now Rivers on 4th down. Flushed out right. And no, it's incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times. And they have converted no times.
I I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says, go for it, you will actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Good. Ready. Go, go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Amendola catching it left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A Dolphin first down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Good. Ready.
Tannehill on first down. And this one is incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
20.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. He goes underneath to Drake. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. And he spikes it here with 35 seconds left. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. To the air again, Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Tannehill on 3rd down. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And now running right through it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the medal lands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, they got the touchdown, but a little risky, even though where they were to run the football in that situation on the final play.
If they give it up somehow, the turnover is created, and they take it back the other way, instead of a comfortable victory that they've got now, they've got a lot of